Trump talks movies, Starship Troopers. Hello, my little homies. It's me, Donnie T. Today we're watching Starship Troopers. The movie starts with a recruitment ad for the military. They've even got a little kid soldier. Maybe that's something we should be doing, is asking me if I would like to know more. Yes, I would. Thank you very much for asking. Now, it's telling me that humans are at war with giant bugs on a planet called Clendu. I bet the bugs started it. On Clendu, there is a live report. Lots of soldiers shooting, and the reporter gets bitten in half by a giant bug. Typical liberal fake news media. The camera guy and some soldiers get killed. One of them gets stabbed in the leg and lies on the floor whining like a wuss. Next wussy guy is in class and his leg is whole free. Very confusing. The teacher, Mr. Radchek, only has one arm, obviously a diversity hire. The class is talking about boring stuff, so I zoned out, just like when I was in school. Outside class, wussy guy whose name is Rico and his girlfriend Carmen look at their test scores. Rico only got 35% in math. I would have got 100 because I'm very smart, maybe the smartest ever. Doogie Howser shows up and he's smug and a douche. We find out another girl named Dizzy has the hots for Rico even though he already has a girlfriend, the lucky duck. Although Dizzy is a stupid name for a girl, I hope that's not what her parents actually named her. In the next class, they're cutting open small giant bugs. I think it's a cooking class. Carmen throws up and runs away, obviously. She can't handle her beans. At Doogie's house, Rico is trying to be psychic, but he can't do it. Bad in math and not even psychic. This guy's a loser. We find out Doogie can mind control animals. Maybe he's a witch. Next, we're at a sports ball game. Rico and Dizzy are on a team. Carmen is being very loud in the crowd. I kind of wish she'd shut up. A sweaty guy dives into the crowd and flirts with Carmen and is a smug douche to Rico. A lot of smug douches in this movie. Rico wins the game by doing a spitty flip called a fish sticks pee hole. At home, Rico argues with his dad because he wants to join the military like a moron. Just get your dad to tell them you have bone spurs. Works every time. At the graduation dance, everyone makes awkward conversation, and Rico decides to join the military. Doogie Howser has a punchable face. Not as punchable as JD, though. Sweaty guy from the game is there. We find out his name is Xander, and he's gonna be a pilot. He's not as sweaty now, but he still looks like he lost a fight with a bush. The next morning, they go to sign up. The recruitment guy has a metal arm and no legs. Another diversity hire. Rico, Carmen, and Doogie promise to be forever besties. At home, Rico argues with his dad again about signing up, and his dad cuts him off. Very mean. I know how Rico feels. My dad only gave me $1 million. Rico and Carmen meet up to say goodbye, and he begs her to tell him she loves him like a loser. The Would You Like to Know More guy is back. We see some soldiers letting kids play with guns. Very wholesome. A guy is going to be executed on TV, and some guy asks if I'm psychic. I actually am, like I showed you in the Spaceballs video. I can show you again. Think of a number between 1 and 100 is 69. We get to see a giant bud mess up a cow. Made me hungry. Some space Mormons got killed by bugs. Very unfair. All they were trying to do was force their religion on the rest of the galaxy. Rico is in training for the infantry, and the drill sergeant is yelling a lot and hitting people. He seems very angry. He should try meditation. The sergeant asks if anyone wants to fight him, and a big dumb guy steps up, and he loses immediately and gets his arm broken. But the sergeant calls for a medic, which I thought was very kind of him. A woman says she'll fight the sergeant, and plot twist, it turns out to be Dizzy. They fight, and she's actually pretty good, but he sweeps the leg and chokes her out, which is not something I'm into. It's lunchtime, and they're serving pink slop and brown slop. Rico tries to be tough with a goofy-looking guy called Ace, but they become totes besties instead. After lunch, they play Ninja Warrior. Rico and Ace argue like children about who's going to be squad leader, but Dizzy makes them look like losers. Then they practice knife throwing, and Ace whines about it. So the sergeant throws a knife into his hand. I stab JD through the hands every time I hear him complaining. Afterwards, it's shower time, and I don't know what they were talking about because I was distracted by the nudity. I don't think men and women should shower together. Melania says she won't shower with me because she likes to preserve the mystery. It's a very diverse group of naked people. There's even a ginger woman. We go see Carmen, and she's flying a little ship, and she says she's going to be flying a big ship, which is crazy cause she flies like an a-hole. On the big ship, Carmen's trainer turns out to be Xander, who still looks like he never combs his hair. He should have a nice classic hairstyle like mine. He turns out to be a creep as well as a smug douche, and Carmen continues to fly like an a-hole. Back at infantry training, they're playing laser tag, capture the flag. Rico wins with another spinny flip. Obviously his special move. He gets made squad leader. Good for him. I'm really starting to root for the guy. Afterwards, he gets a video from Carmen and she dumps him. Very mean, but at least he is dizzy as a spare. The next day is more laser tag, but they have real bullets instead of lasers. The big dumb guy gets shot in the head, and Rico calls for a medic, but I don't think the guy is going to pull through. Bits of his brain are on the ground. Almost put me off my chicken nuggets. Rico gets told off and is whipped in front of everyone. I like you, Rico, but keep your kinky sex fetishes to yourself. In space, Carmen and Xander the creep are flirting when the ship almost crashes into a meteor. Or is it a comet? I'd ask Elon, but we're not talking right now. Part of the ship breaks off, and no one spares a thought for the people that died in that part of the ship. Think of the families. On Earth, Rico is quitting cause. He got a guy killed. He's talking to his parents on video, and they're all pals again, but the call cuts off. Very rude. Outside, everybody is watching the news, and a meteor has hit Buenos Aires, killing millions of potential illegal immigrants and Rico's family. So it's a win-lose situation. Rico decides to unquit, and his commanding officer, he's a good guy, lets him have his job back. Back out in space, and we're on a space station instead of a spaceship this time. Rico runs into Carmen and Xander and thinks something's going on between them, and he and Xander fight. They're both equally bad at fighting, so no one wins. Afterward, Rico and his buddies go get tattoos, which I would never do. My body is a temple. Next, we're back at Clendu. Lots of shooting and explosions and limbs flying everywhere. A reporter gets bitten in half, and Rico gets stabbed through the leg. This is just the start of the movie again. I wonder if anyone else figured that out. I don't think they have. Rico gets left behind, and it cuts to black right as he's about to get eaten. That's all for part one. It's a shame Rico is dead. I wonder who will be the main character now. If you enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe, and come back soon for part two.